Hello YouTube, it is Championdjk coming at you again with another 10 Car Tuesday episode, and today we're going to look at some Matchbox vans and trucks. So we're going to take a look at 10 cars per usual, and we're just going to kind of go through them. I didn't research any of these castings or check out how many variations each one had like I do sometimes with Hot Wheels, but we're just going to take a look at these cars, and hopefully you enjoy this episode. So as usual, we got 10 cars, a couple different castings to look at, some variations and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and get right into it. We're going to start with this one right here. This is the Volkswagen T2 bus from Matchbox. Let's see if we can find copyright dates on this stuff. So this is from, looks like 2010 is the copyright date, so likely probably 2011 maybe. Oh yeah, definitely 2011. And there it is. There it is on card. The Blue Horse Trainers. Proprietor Mackie M. I don't know what the history is behind that. I don't know if that's a real deal thing or whatever. We're going to go ahead and open her up and take a peek. Let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit. There we go. So Matchbox, this casting of the Volkswagen van is pretty cool. Copyright date 2007, so that's going to tell us approximately when the car first came out. Now I've got a couple more to look at here, so we're going to kind of get to those right away. So I've got two more of that casting. But yeah, this one is going to be, it is metal body, it is plastic base, plastic wheels, it's got plastic top there. Got some paint coming off of the rivet, which is normal. And it looks pretty good, but I think it looks a little bit better with, of course, less graphics, more my style. So this is the Volkswagen T2 bus here. This one is, copyright date's 2008, so we're going to guess 2009-ish. I don't really see a straight-up date on here at all. I'm going to go ahead and open it up. So same tooling. There it is in red. Again, plastic top, of course, plastic base, plastic wheels, but this one's real nice because it's got the details where we want it. Just some tail lights and license plate there. Little tiny printing of Volkswagen right there. Looks really good. And then you've got the front of the vehicle, which looks pretty good too. It's a little off where it's supposed to be, but still looks pretty awesome. I like that. Back in the day, man, if I was still collecting the way I was with Volkswagens and stuff like that, I would pick up every single variation of these. Thankfully, I've kind of lost that interest a little bit. I love my Volkswagen buses and stuff, but I just cannot. There's so many of them out there in 1/64 scale. Here's another one from 2008, it's the same year, that it's just like to try to go after every single one from like Greenlight, Matchbox, everything, and just, go nuts over those. It just is crazy. You're crazy. That would be like a collection all on its own. And I like so many other things and stuff, so many other different cars and things like that. There's no way I can continue to go after all of these. But I will admit, like anytime I do see something like this and someone's got like an older Matchbox or a Matchbox version of this casting and I know I don't have it and it's like cheap, I mean, I'll grab it. So I'm just not actively pursuing. Pretty awesome. I like it in this green color. I think this is probably my favorite of the three, I'd have to say, is the green one. I think it looks better than the other two for sure. I mean, this one, obviously, it's got the graphic on the side. I'm not super into that. But these two are awesome. They've got, the detail and all that. This one's even got, like, the graphics are centered where they're supposed to be on the front of the car, so this is done pretty much flawlessly. So this green one, like, if I had to choose one to pick out of the three, it would definitely be this green one. So, pretty cool. All right, and sticking with Volkswagen for a moment, here is the Volkswagen delivery van. This one, copyright date is 2006 on this package. So I'm guessing 2007 maybe is when this came out. This was not a very good period of wheels for Matchbox. I don't really like those wheels. This tooling leaves a little bit to be desired as well. Let's go ahead and open it up though. out there. Automotive Parts and Service, all makes and models repaired, specializing in European motor cars. That'd be a fun place to work, right? Pretty awesome. Yeah, I mean, it looks okay. It's like the T1 version or whatever, or the T2 version 1 or whatever. I forget how they number those things. But see, the front end's different. I mean, it looks pretty decent. This is copyright date 1999, so that kind of tells you about when the casting was actually tooled. It's not bad. I have a few versions of this one. I've got some better looking versions than this particular graphic, but this actually doesn't look too bad in like this kind of, I don't know, creamed coffee kind of look here. So those wheels, though, I'm not a huge fan of those, but they're still pretty nice. All right, so that's that. I think we have one more VW to look at, and then that's it for Volkswagen. This is obviously a more recent release. I already have it loose without there was a variation in the bed here, one with stuff in it, and this one that does not have stuff in it. It's the Volkswagen Transporter cab. I believe this was new for 2016 or 2017. 2017, it's copyright date 2016. And it's a really cool tooling. It's a really cool casting. Any one of these that come out in the basic range, I'll definitely grab it. I think I'm probably missing a 5-pack exclusive of this now that I think about it. There might have been one or maybe even two that have come out in 5-packs that I've skipped. But anything that comes out, you know, in the dollar model. And look at the beautifully done the graphics on the front of it are. It's lined up like perfectly, and the details just, it's nice, and so is the back. I mean, that's done really well. And again, Matchbox, the recent Matchbox, and I don't know when did it start to be really cool. I would say probably right around this 2016-ish, or at least maybe that's when I started noticing it. But Matchbox started just making pretty much the best $1 models out there, in my opinion. It is far as from the scope of like looking at how realistic the vehicle looks, and for $1, you just can't beat this. This is pretty much as good as it can possibly get at that price point. It's just very, very well done. I mean, the casting is nice and detailed. You got these headlights and taillights, in this front end is actually really impressive. So really, really nice on that one. I really like this casting. I think it's pretty awesome. So that's cool. So base of the it is 2015 is when they copyrighted this tooling. So 2016 is probably the first year of release. It's about how the cycle works. So pretty cool. All right. So moving on from Volkswagens now. Let's see. Let's do an oldie. Look at this thing. Old van. So Matchbox, the automotive superstars. Copyright date on this packaging is 1987. This is the 4x4 Chevy van. And you guys, if you watch the channel a lot, you know I'm a van collector. And again, these Matchbox vans, I don't go after these Matchbox vans trying to get every single variation of them. Again, if I see one, just like the Volkswagen, if I see one that's, you know, inexpensive, or if it looks super cool and I just have to have it, I will pick it up. But other than that, I don't actively pursue them. But I do have quite a few variations of them. This one is metal base. So you got metal body, you got metal base. 4x4 Chevy van, copyright date 1981. So it is an oldie, but a pretty cool lifted van nonetheless, with a little like bubble window in the back, at least a little whole oval window, and that's pretty neat. And then sticking with the kind of an older one, this is and older is relative, I guess, relative to the newer ones. This would be the Dunes Racer, which I think is like just a Chevy truck, right, or something. And then this one is copyright date 1995. It's got bats and blood. Kind of a Halloween themed truck. open back truck. So I don't know if that's, I guess it's not licensed at all. It's just listed as the open back 4x4 open back truck. What kind of truck is that supposed to be made after? If you know, throw that in the comments. This one's got a plastic base, metal body. It's got the blood red window right here. You got the spare tire in the back, which is a really nice touch. It's an actual wheel. It's the same wheel as that you get there. Not sure how that's attached. Probably. Ooh, I almost pulled it out. It comes out. Well, if I play with it some more, I can probably get it to come out. It just kind of sits in a hole right there, so it is an actual, like, normal wheel that, you know, in case you blow out your plastic tire, you can replace it with the one in the back. Yeah, so it's pretty neat. It's a neat little truck casting. Kind of cool to get an example of it. I think I might have another example of this casting somewhere in my collection. That starts to be the problem when you get starting to amass a collections. I don't know where even to look for it. I'm starting to sort stuff out and get stuff figured out, but I definitely at some point here need to get rid of some stuff. All right, here's this. This is kind of neat. This is the 1997 Chevy Tahoe. As you can see, the blister is disgusting. Copyright date 1997. Finally free from the package after sitting in that dirty blister for so long. This one, kind of cool. 1997 is the copyright date on the casting, so that kind of makes sense. When did I say it's coming out? See, its copyright date is 1997, so I'm guessing this is probably the first release of this casting, dare I say. Chrome plastic base, metal body, nice color. That's kind of a sign of the times there, that graphic on the side. Those wheels, not a huge fan of those wheels, but they look okay in this casting. Not too bad. What you guys think about that one? That's kind of neat, I'll say. So there's that, and then not much really to talk about there. And then we got another, let's see here, older one. This is the Chevy Silverado SS. Copyright date on the back of this is 2008. It's in the Outdoor Sportsman Matchbox series. Chevy Silverado SS. Copyright date on the bottom of this is 2004, so that kind of tells you, like, again, oh, it's actually got scale down there too, 176. I know they do that sometimes. Now it's like, oh, do I have to check all these other ones? 159. They haven't always done it. It's not on every car. Like, it's not on this Tahoe, as far as I can tell. It's hard to read that textured chrome base anyway, but this is 158 scale. This one. But yeah, Matchbox has been known to put that on the base. This apparently is 164. I don't know how accurate it is or not, but 170, I guess that's probably pretty close. 176 scale, copyright date 2004 in the Silverado, so it's pretty small. Decent looking tooling though. So we just get some minimal graphics on the side. Nothing too crazy. Looks pretty good. These wheels are pretty decent. Not bad. Pretty awesome. Alright, so there's that. And then lastly, we've got this. This is the Ford F-150 SVT Raptor. This is definitely a more recent release. Copyright date 2013, so probably they're about 2014. And there is your Ford Raptor. Not a bad tooling. I don't know if did they ever put this out like just stock looking, like with no crazy side graphics. Copyright date is 2009, so it's possible. I just don't have it. It's a pretty decent tooling though. It's got the little, I don't know, hood vent things going on in the front. You got the wheel arches that are they're part of the base on this one. Spare tire in the back, which actually is molded just like one of these, but it's just not painted silver in the center. Otherwise, it would look really close to a real, actual wheel. You get a trailer hitch. It's pretty decent tooling. If I saw this in like just a real basic looking, where they gave it headlights and some tail light action, I definitely would pick another one of these up. Cool to have an example of the tooling, though. I think I do have one other one. I think they did one in Gulf, right? In Gulf livery, yeah. So I've got one like that as well, which I probably like better than this one. But this one is pretty decent truck. So that is it for this 10 Car Tuesday. If you stuck around to the end, thank you very much. There's some cool things going on right now in the Diecast community that I am lucky to have started getting involved in. Probably make an announcement for that soon, so if you're staying tuned to this, there is some cool stuff coming. And speaking of that, if you like Matchbox a lot, David Tilley is now doing Matchbox Monday features on the Lamley blog. So check that out. I'm not doing Matchbox Mondays anymore. But now there will be Matchbox Mondays in blog format on the Lamley Group page. So, pretty cool. And then more cool stuff to come. So, thank you guys very much for watching. Again, if you like these 10 Car Tuesday episodes, we've done quite a few different brands during them. Usually I pick a favorite. I'm going to say my favorite is going to be this one for today. But yeah, if you like these features, go ahead and take a peek at the playlist. There is a lot more of these videos out there. So check that out. Thank you guys again very, very much, and have yourself an excellent day.